15 minutes to get today. I have to go get a COVID test after.
Oh,
really?
Okay,
this is Dr. J, Professor Spike and Jake talking stocks. We're talking a little bit about COVID testing before taking trips, before leaving the country, before Jake leaves to Medellin. But aside from that, we're also talking about the nice surprise visit we had Wednesday from Fosco. We're also talking about the deluge on Wall Street that's going on right now. And we're talking about whatever you want to talk about, because you're the important people. We're just here to please you. So this is, again, Dr. J. Professor Spike from Long Island, New York, and Jake from Austin, Texas. Soon he'll be broadcasting live from Medellin, Colombia. So how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Professor Spike?
I'm doing okay. I'm taking this as an opportunity to trim a little bit because I mean maybe this is a little bit of a beginning of just how Ponzi the stock market can get.
Yeah, your VIX are working. Your UVXY.
I'm still deep into the VIX. I'm almost actually even on them. But so the job that I gave them, which is to be dry powder, is actually working out. So as I need money, not now because I'm not buying anything really. The only thing I bought was what Fosco suggested, and that was it.
Our resident guru from upstate New York, it's even colder than the chilly 20 that we have. We have a chilly 20 degrees. It feels like 5 in wind chill factor. I don't know.
Spike doesn't have any Novavax.
Yes, Novavax did really well today.
Yeah. They did.
Along with Moderna.
No, Jake, you had some of that, right?
Yeah, Jake, how you doing, by the way?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy week, with the GameStop.
Jimmy?
What's that? Yeah.
KOSS, AMC, all these stocks at single digits.
Yeah, if only I held on to my AMC for longer. I actually have some.
Pablo, ça va?
Guys from Spain. How do you
He wants to know how much Jake is feeling on BCRX.
Yeah, question.
Jake, you know any Spanish?
I mean, it's still holding a small amount, but I think it's holding out well.
BCRX is around $9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think $9 is a magical number. If it manages to put some upward separation over $9, it's gonna zoom to 12. That kind of number. Linda's here from cold Minneapolis, Minnesota. You think it's cold here in Long Island, New York?
Yeah. Well,
Linda, what's the temperature where you are?
Yeah, I'm sure it's cold as in
Probably
Minneapolis.
sub-zero. Probably,
a lot of it's because of the wind for us. You're saying the real feel is around 0 for us.
Yeah. So what is it in Austin? 40s?
Yeah, it's actually no, it's 60 degrees.
Vodka yet, Dr. J?
Yep.
What's that?
Vodka yet? In your glass. See,
no vodka. It's H2O. There's nothing to celebrate today, really. Not for me. I sold my Moderna.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea. I mean, it was, I guess, the time to do it. Because now we're talking about it. This whole notion of a third dose and a fourth dose and a fifth dose.
I tripled on the Moderna, so I said, triple is pretty good.
Oh, that's great.
So I got out. Let's do some charting. What do you say?
Sounds good.
We'll look at AUPH, BCRX.
Yeah, why don't you start with the overall market?
Hyde Park. What's the home of FDR? Is that Hyde Park?
The home of Hyde
Park, right?
Yep. Upstate New York a little bit. Nice. 21 degrees.
So Clarence isn't that far away from us.
No.
How come it's 17 in cold Minnesota and
Ask what the real feel.
it's just as cold here?
Hyde Park.
Yeah, Hyde Park is correct. We know our history. We know the history of the stock market, that's for sure. 1929, are we on the verge, on the cusp of another 1929?
Well, in this case, the depression hit before the stock market went down. So it's a reverse. Well, we'll see. I mean, let's not move on to a bummer. Let's move on to some good stocks. Something with some good news.
Clarence knows Long Island.
Cable Vision.
Okay, let's chart.
Let's hit the charts. Let's hit the charts.
Let's do the charts. What's happening here?
You know, I was going to do a couple of my own, but I don't have the computer to do it without me completely giving you guys the back of my head.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. So how long are you going to be staying at Medellin, Jay?
I don't know yet. Well, probably until March, until things open up again in the States, which in Texas they already are.
So March 22, you mean?
Yeah, March, maybe. Yeah, no, like yeah. Maybe in April. Yeah.
Okay, good. Sounds like a nice trip.
Yeah, I predicted that COVID will probably more or less take until April or May.
In terms of, right, when enough people are vaccinated, they'll actually start opening stuff up.
Yeah.
I am hoping that baseball at least starts by June.
I think.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not expecting an April opening day, but if there's a June, I'll be more than thrilled.
Yeah, I think half the country really effectively already had COVID.
We're going to start with one of Bosco.
Oh, yeah, actually. Which one? CTXR? One is an Irish company. The other one's the American company. So, since I had to choose one, I chose the American one. This was the Irish one right here. Or at least they're based in Ireland. It's probably international. And this was the one. The only issues they said the issue is not with the medicine itself. The issue is just with regulation.
Well, when Fosco was on Wednesday, he touted the virtues of Avidel Pharmaceuticals, said there's limited risk.
He said the product was.
So today I took them. I waited till the chart looked a little more favorable. It's $1 cheaper than when he was on the show on Wednesday. So now it's a discounted Fosco stock.
Yeah, he suggested in at $7.50, and it's below that now. So.
No, notice, I think it'll go down even lower. It probably hit the 9-day, not the 9-day, the 50-day at about 7.06. So I could see 14 more pennies being shed, or the 9-day at 7.20. That's well, it is the 9-day is. This is where the 9-day is, right?
Right, 9-day's right in the middle of that candle.
9-day is 7.06. I'm sorry, and the 50-day is 6.98. Okay, I'm thinking the $7 area will be the bottom on this. I bought today. I figured, why wait? It's 20 cents. If I'm going to be in, I'm going to be in. And the chart, it doesn't look bad. It did put in a double top, which is a little scary. So you're going to have tough resistance right here at 820. When he was on with us 2 days ago, it hit $8 was the high. So it's a 10% discount at this point, right? It's like going shopping in Macy's and you're getting a 10% off. So if you liked what Pasco had to say about the fundamentals, he liked it as a multi-year hold and investment. They could double in 1 year and then triple in 2 years. That's how he sees the growth of Averdale. And let's go over the next Fosco stock that he talked about, which was CTXR.
Yeah, I put a pretty good cash position too. Good enough for the next 4 years.
Which one's that?
Okay, so that's Averdale.
Okay.
Now CTXR just did an offering, and it went down, I guess, as a result of, I'm not sure exactly when the offering was, but it's on a downslide. I tried to move the graph over and Yahoo's mad at me.
Yeah, I got in it right $18.
I'm having a little bit connection woes.
There you go.
But you're in a short-term downtrend here, and you want very much that the low of 125 hold at $1.15. So you don't want to see that taken out. If it is taken out, it could very well go retest a dollar. Let's say this level here at $1.05. So $1.15 doesn't hold. I think you're going to look at $1.05 as your next stop on this one. But the potential is here for very good phase 2 data, I think he said. Man also loves this one. Man is a regular on our show, regular guest.
Yeah, hear somebody else talk about this.
I don't know if he's here today, but it's certainly a good. He's been spot on a lot of his picks. Nobody's been like Linda. Linda's been the goddess. Dr. J said we're in a consolidation pattern on Wednesday.
It's high praise.
Hold off on buying GHSI. And Linda said it's going to $1. Don't listen to Dr. J. Who is right, Dr. J or Linda? We'll soon see in the chart. Linda, on Thursday,
I'm gonna break
All right, guys. Enjoy the show. I'm going to go get a COVID test. I'm going to be back in 30.
I said, Linda said it's going to $1. Who am I to argue with Linda? Linda, good pick. You've made money a few times on this one. Dr. J made money the last time on it. And I just bought it back today.
Right?
Yeah, so I'm now in it. I like the fact that it broke out of the consolidation pattern that it's been in. It made a clear statement yesterday, breaking out of that consolidation triangle that it was in, pennant, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So we like that.
Yeah, no, actually,
we like
the classical move.
Made a new high, made a new yearly high. I think it's a yearly high. Took out the high from 1.6. It finally looks like it's ready to test that dollar again and maybe stay there this time. Go through it. I don't know the fundamentals at all, but I've made money a couple of times on this one too, as has Linda, as has Greg. So what the hell? It looks like we're having a GHSI party.
All right.
GHSI, GHSI party. We're going to do BCRX for
Yeah.
our
Actually, Confucius said there was just some news that dropped that there's a slow reaction to from BCRX.
Oh,
He said
really?
that Ravipap, FDA approved for treating influenza in people 2 years or older from BCRX. The price action isn't reflecting that. So he thinks we'll get a delayed reaction on it. So it's worth looking at right now because there are some people thinking they made their money on it already.
I'm committed to hold it at least through middle of this year.
Gotcha.
I'm not selling this one.
Yeah, and I didn't sell
It's certainly in a downtrend off the low of 125. It broke that low, which was 877, which was very bad. So now you're looking at support. It also broke through the 9-day. You're looking at support maybe much lower. There's definite support down here at around $7. I'm not saying it's getting there, but there's strong support there. Anything is possible in this market, as we saw with GameStop.
Well, is today the day to do? It was a little late for me, but maybe it's a time to get back into what Arjun was doing in terms of getting a long-term calls in the low 10s or mid 10s. And
I have calls on this one for June.
Right, June calls.
724 is some nice support, but there really isn't much support from here on down unless we look at the Fibonacci numbers, and I'm not in the mood to draw that.
Well, you could do by eye.
Well, I haven't drawn a fib retracement in a long time.
Yeah, well, by eye, you're almost there.
What the hell? Let's see. We'll draw it from. This is clearly the spot to draw it from. Didn't I click on it? Yeah. Okay, so the 38.2, we went through that. The 50% retrace, we just about hit it, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Very close. So maybe it holds. Maybe we found support at the 50% retrace on the Fibonacci numbers. The Fib numbers come into play a lot between waves. So I drew it I'm a little off on my drawing. It should have been started a drop lower. So that would put it probably very close to that 50% mark. The 50% Fib number is at, usually it shows me. It's not showing me exactly. Let's see. Well, you can estimate it. It's probably about
850.
Yeah. So just below the low of the day, which is a good sign. Maybe that's enough going down. If not, we got the 61.8 retrace at $8. So right. you might if it goes through 850, then you're looking at $8 probably for the next. This is a good spot to stop because it's also the high of the day on 1/8, which is a relative high at $8. I like $8 as support. I think it very well may test $8. If it doesn't,
yeah, I think I'd be very surprised if it goes below that.
$8 would be my number. $8. Jake, what do you got? You got anything to add on the fundamentals?
Jake had to leave because he had to go for a COVID test so he could fly to Medellin. So he'll be back. He'll be back next week.
Okay.
But
Let's
you know, I
take a
mean,
look at
he wasn't as effusive this time around as he usually is about this stock. I noticed. But like I said, Confucius is pretty happy about what's going on. I think so too. Confucius saying he would buy big below 9 if we went there. And actually, he would bail if it went below 7.
Here's one that's getting creamed today.
Oh yeah, Arinia. I didn't sell it to high. I held on.
Added another chunk around 17. Yeah, I added a chunk at 17.
Did you?
I don't know if I should add any more. I just could sit back and watch it for a while. The good news is it made 3 higher lows in a row, assuming that it doesn't go any lower than the low of the day. It also hit the 9-day today. Today looks like a tempting day to buy Aurinia Pharmaceuticals. And it also at the high of the day on 122, which was 1589, all right around there. Right. It's a beautiful support area.
Well, they had a good fundamental news, and there was no reason for it to really drop this low.
Just profit taking.
But yeah, if anybody's actually liking the fundamentals on this stock, you're right. Maybe this is the time to get back in a little bit. I mean, my price average is around here anyway.
Absolutely. This looks like a really nice support area. Wow. It's right at support. This is not a bad time to nibble.
Right. Nibble.
On Aurinia Pharmaceutical. I might nibble a little bit more, even though I got bitten at 17.
Well, you know, I keep promising myself I'm not going to buy anymore till that big crash, and then I keep buying.
I've been buying Aurinia. I've been buying Amazon. I've been selling stuff, buying stuff. So far, what I'm buying has not been working for me. What I'm selling, I feel like a genius. I sold at the right time, but what I'm buying has not been perfect.
So, man,
this is one that
I support on this guy. Just so you know, on Aurinia, before we come off the chart.
Clarence said support is in the 750 range. I think $8 is first, though. So I think we're looking at $8 for support. 750 would be if it breaks the 8, and sell if it goes below 7. Not bad thinking. Senor Mendez, we have a BCRX fan. I don't know. Somehow you got knocked off the stream.
Yeah, I'm using my Apple. It's sort of like you using.
Now you're back.
I'm using my Apple. You're using your Apple. Yeah, that's what Man was saying. So he thinks 16 is a good support spot.
Yeah. So yeah, this looks like a good time to buy. It's right above support. Confucius sold his off and got the GTHX this week, and loaded QTNT and KPTI. Good luck to you. I don't know why you sold your AUPH. And GTHX, I don't think it's doing badly either. Okay, so you took a quick profit on AUPH.
All right.
Can't blame a guy for taking a profit.
No, not at all.
Chris, according to Jake, most likely they're for sale.
Yeah.
Right, Professor Spike?
That's what Jake says. But then, Jake sort of trimmed a lot here anyway, so maybe things have changed. I would love to have picked his brain on this one.
Yes.
because he's the one who gave us this one in the first place. Confucius funny.
Well, what we do, and well, sometimes what we do is not the best move in the world, but it's just what you did. We understand that.
Yeah, and what you do and what you say need not be the same. Ask any parent.
We all try to do the best we can do to make a few bucks, and that's fine. You know, you got to scratch your way to the top.
Right.
Little by little is good.
Do you
I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what. Look, I'm going to share what I did today.
Okay.
Why not? I sold my Moderna.
Right.
For a triple, and let's chart Moderna.
All right.
I sold it at the open. I should have sold it pre-market, but I slept too late. I overslept.
Well,
serves me right. I still sold it above where it is now. The open was something like 177, I think. Well, we could take a quick look at what the open
was. So early that doesn't matter.
174.99 was the open. So it still made it a few bucks more than where it is now. Where would I buy it back? I might even consider buying it back on a drop to 168.
Okay.
And then I will have made an 8-point swing. Probably doesn't pay for me.
No, right. Use this next support if it even hits.
So I'm out of Moderna. Actually, not totally. I have a little bit left. And I did buy more VBIV, and I bought some ALT.
Right. Well, okay. Interesting.
So I sold one vaccine maker and bought two.
Because Jake sort of soured a little on ALT, but then there was different news about it. And we were saying that there's a possibility that some of these vaccine plays will still have some legs, which is why VBIV is such a great idea.
Yeah, VBIV it's looking strong. It's looking like a good spot on the chart to get in.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that breakout.
So why not?
Yeah, no, it's a great spot. I mean, if anything's,
it's respecting. It's showing respect to the 200, right?
It's actually really.
So it respects the 200.
Ready to strike. I agree.
It had a little pop on news about a week ago to the high threes, I think, or higher, so about 380, right?
Yeah.
388 back in the middle of the month of January. And since then, we respected the 200. The chart is still very bullish with the 9-day above the 50, above the 200. I don't know where the 100 is hiding. The 100 is intersected with the 200. All right, the 100 is not perfect, but it's okay. I think we could break we could break north from here very easily. We've been inching up over the last week, so we have a little uptrend going. Let's see if it can maintain that. Take out the 115 high of 352. So with a break of 352, I think I will add even more. Even more.
We'd be off to the races, I think.
Yeah. CVM?
Yes, please. Only because we had that.
Garrett is feeling on top of the world right now.
Oh?
Garrett.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's on top of the world. He's climbing Mount.
Very weird for this stuff.
Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro along with Arjun.
but this is still no specific news yet. There's still some
No,
speculation
this is still,
in about a couple more weeks.
this is still kill the shorts. Kill the shorts.
That's the
This is
last one.
kill the shorts.
And we had a shot to get back in under 20. But I missed it. I missed that opportunity only because I'm still scared money, and scared money is losing money.
I think you're going to have another opportunity under 20 to add if you want. Easily. I think the 9-day is 1734. I see it coming down to those levels.
Well, remember we've been in that channel from 11 to 15 for the longest time. Right,
and once it broke this level that we made on 12/8 of 1610, once we broke that, and we broke the highs on 10/16 of 1670, then I knew it was time to run. So it ran and it ran and it ran a lot higher than I thought it would run.
Right.
And I got out at 28 and 32. I still have a drop left, which I almost added to yesterday when it went below 20.
Right.
But I said to Marty, who asked me, when will I get back in? I said below 20, but I wasn't specific because I didn't have a fixed number in my own head.
Right. Well, let's suppose that while we're still waiting for news for the next couple of weeks, it just finds a new oscillation channel. I'm hoping maybe between 19 and this number now, 25. And if
the old resistance will become support, right?
Right.
That's what you're saying.
That would mean 16 or 17.
That's what you're hoping.
All right. Well, yeah. But certainly, if it hits that, I'm in again. I'll back up the truck. I mean, because I'm thinking.
I really do think that's the case.
I mean, again, you're still thinking 50-50. Fosco's a little bit more optimistic. Jake is a little more pessimistic.
Well, no, Fosco is unrealistically optimistic. He's at 80%. Come on.
That's right. He really thinks this thing's going to hit.
He's in other words, he's willing to lay 4-to-1 odds.
Yeah, when you said 50-50, he thought that was nuts.
He thought that was way too low, and I think 80% is way too high. 4-to-1 favorite.
I would agree. I mean, just based on, people think there's some sort of weird.
Let's just forget the stock market. Would you make a bet with me and give me 400 to win 100?
No.
On the day of meeting?
I mean, you were telling me the top end is 100, but then you sort of moderated on that. So let's suppose the news hits. What are we talking about as the top end?
60 to 80. 60 to 80.
All right. Because when you first showed this to me about a year ago, you would think the top end could be well into 100. But you've moderated about that since then.
Well, it could be if it blows away the numbers. If it's not 10% better, but 30% better, yeah.
Okay. All right. I think everybody's hoping for. I don't think Garrett is out for a home run.
There's no way in hell that the odds are 80% favorite. No way.
I agree with you. But I'm looking just in terms of the payoff. You tell me, would I flip an 80-20 coin in the hopes of getting my money up by a factor of 10? Rationally, and by a factor of 5. And rationally, I would say yes, but irrationally, I would say no. Because now it's not really a factor of 5. We're talking about a factor of 3 now. So, yes, if it was a 60% coin, I would definitely make the bet. Not an 80%, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, the market is saying what I'm saying right now. At $25, if successful, just barely successful, it'll be 50. So it's even money. My odds of making sense.
50 coins. I agree. So, that's if it tops around there. But I have no bearing on this in terms of prior information. I have no idea what the top end is, so I'm just sort of taking your view on this. And you've actually pissed off a couple of people on the tweets because you're too low, but I think that's quite rational. When
everybody who's a fanatic on a stock always overshoots in their mind.
Right.
They always expect more than what they get.
Right. And I try to be a little bit more.
I usually am pretty good at hitting the number.
Good. Well, I'm gonna, I'm since you were the one who got me into this in the first place, I'm sort of going to stay with your guidance.
I'd say
the double. And
if you just barely meet the number of 10%, you're looking at 50. If you hit 30%, you're probably looking at 100.
Wonderful. Then it's definitely worth the 50-50 coin flip.
Yeah, it's
an 80-20 coin flip. It's a no-brainer. If that's
right. There's no way in hell that the odds are 80%.
That's practically a sure thing.
Of course, the true odds are either 0 or 1, right?
We don't want to get too quantum on our audience. They're gonna switch over to some young girl who's prettier talking about stocks.
Yeah, I guess so. What else Senor Mendez, what else did he want to talk about besides BCRX?
Yeah, I'm going to get a look at the chat groups to see what they're up for talking about. Adam wants to talk about Athira, which I don't mind either.
Okay. I added a little Athira. I know you're going to yell at me because I have so much of it already.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, because I deserve
to back in myself.
I deserve to be yelled at for adding more to the quantity that I have.
Well,
but when it hit the 100,
70.
You see, when it hit the 100 today, I said, okay, I'm in.
What's that now?
Looked like a nice, attractive place to add, below 190. So I did. It's above my average. My average is 171. So
when did you get back in?
I never left it. I shed shares. My original position was double what it is now, but I still have it. It's still my largest biotech position. Only position I have that's larger is Amazon.
What are we seeing here?
We're seeing a nice bounce down off the resistance, which is a 200, right, all the way to the support line, which is a 50 and the 100. So, and actually lower than that, 175 area is real support. I hope it doesn't get there, but if there's bad news on the odds trial for COVID-19, I'm not sure how low it goes. I expect it to go at least to the 170 level.
Are they still in that race? I thought that race was sort of over already.
No, there's no winner, and the race goes on.
Okay.
There are only losers coming in so far.
Okay.
What if you're talking Miso is a loser?
Yeah, no, I'm still holding the bag on Miso, waiting.
Miso has been losing on every drug that every trial that it has. It's been running into some tough going.
Bad officiating, just like some of those.
What about the heart failure trial? That one was a no-go, not too good either, right?
Well, it's a good medicine. They didn't set the right primary.
The graft versus host disease was the first strike. The COVID, the second strike. One more strike and they're out, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I'm certainly not backing in anymore, but I'm still holding. I'm still holding and hoping.
You never know.
This one, I might get back in again if it hits below 180, maybe.
All right, well, let's take a quick look at MISO for Professor Spike.
Oh,
I also still have a few shares. I have a couple of shares that I didn't get rid of. I don't know why. Saving it for posterity. Oh, what a nice downtrend.
Okay, let's see.
Beautiful downtrend.
Yep, good stock to not own.
Yeah, I mean, just from the chart, you just want to puke. Yahoo is reloading because it wants me to get a clearer look at this downtrend. The good news is the last 2 days you've got a little pop if you want some good news. But this is not a stock that excites me. The 9-day is resistance. The 9-day is resistance.
The 9-day resistance, isn't that funny? And well under 10.
It's a yucky stock right now on the chart.
Yeah, my price average on this is 12, and when it hit 20, I was thrilled.
I don't see a reason to be in this one. Truthfully.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I feel like, why bother selling it? If I need the money, I'll sell it.
Yeah. Well, there may not be much money left by the time you sell it. I don't like what's happening to SBE. It broke through its Zoom channel.
Yeah,
and is now it's saved by the 50. Saved by the 50. You could argue, well, that's a good place to get in, but if it drops below the 50, it's in for a big drop.
Right. Is this another SPAC?
Yeah, this is SPAC. This is Checkpoint charging stations.
Gotcha.
And the good news is it's a higher low than the low we put in on 125, $36. So if it makes if today is a low, that is tomorrow a higher low. If Monday's candle is a higher low than today, then you might be encouraged to try nibbling on this one because it's got a series of higher lows. You got a lot of higher lows in this all the way up, and you could argue this is nothing more than more of the same, higher lows.
Okay.
So just a normal pullback. We also have off the top an A, B, C type correction, but now we have another little flat correction. So maybe if you like the fundamentals, and I don't know when the merger actually will take place, but it might not be a bad time to nibble after all. It's the 50. It held the 50. It did not make a lower low. So there's some positives here to SBE, and we're in a terrible market. So that's the other positive. So I'm not totally upset by this one.
Like I said, this looks like the spot where you usually nibble.
Yeah, I've been buying it. I told you, Wednesday show, I told everybody I bought the M8. I bought it. I bought more. I think I bought more today.
Oh, SBE, really? Okay.
I think so. I think I added today. I'd have to look because I can't remember every move I make.
I know, right?
This is an ideal spot to add, isn't it? Right when it hit the 50.
Look at that.
Look how it respected the 50. You got to, if you like the MAC, if you think Alex is onto something, this is the spot to get in. and just hold it. You want to take profits? Take profits at the $9 level. If you want to swing trade it.
7 to 10.
I might actually buy more of this after the show. I like this one.
Yeah.
And again, they have an ischemic stroke drug, which is very, there's no competition other than Athira.
You're talking about DMAC. I think that wasn't kidney stuff.
Yeah, kidneys, but also ischemic stroke.
Gotcha.
And DMTK is one of my favorites. I'm buying every dip there is. I bought it the other day and just keep adding to this one. I'm convinced in my mind that it's going to 100 by the end of the year, along with my top pick of the year, Draftkings. I see both of them making huge moves by the end of the year. So as the sales come in on this one for the patch test for melanoma, I think you'll see the move up continue. So this is a buying up. This was a big buying opportunity back here at 37. I did catch some below 40, and I wouldn't be afraid to add right in at this point in time also. I might even do that after the show. I might add to DMAC and DMTK. I'm giving myself mental homework. Add to DMTK, add to DMAC. My favorite of the year, Draftkings.
Yeah, Clarence agrees with you. He says for sure.
What's that?
I said Clarence agrees with you.
That's a good place to add.
He says he thinks DraftKings is going to hit 100.
Oh yeah, DraftKings is my top pick to hit 100 on the year. Big red candle today.
Yeah.
Not a nice candle. It was a very unfriendly candle. The only compensation about this one is it's not quite engulfing because it did not make a higher high than the day before. Otherwise, it would be a clear-cut sell signal. It's still a yucky-looking candle. What you want from this candle before the end of the day is that it closed higher than the open yesterday of 54.01. So you really would like to see this close above $54 to change the complexion of the candle a little bit. Don't like this candle. It bodes for some selling, maybe down to the $51 level.
I guess a lot of this depends on what Monday looks like. So you know how
Sure.
sometimes for a long weekend.
Sure, a lot of it does.
So if Monday ends up being,
I'm buying it every day, averaging in, looking for a big killing on Tuesday. I hope I hope it does what I think it's going to do on Tuesday. Today's candle is very yucky. No, not today's candle. Today's candle is yucky, but yesterday's candle was yuckier as it gave back all of its gain to close in a gravestone doji. That was very yucky. Today's candle is yucky, finding support at the 50, right? I can't make that out. I think you got all the moving averages converging. The 9-day is clearly above the 50, above the 100 by a little bit, above the 200. So it's still a bullish picture. It's still a good place to add for Amazon, especially if you think along the lines that I'm thinking that Tuesday it will blow away the earnings. Amazon is the kind of stock that could be up $200-$300 in one day, or down that much. So you know it's a gambler's play with the options for Tuesday. I did not buy the options. I bought the stock because I have no qualms about holding it. Should I need to hold it?
Right. This is like
That's my thinking on Amazon. Very good entry point if you never owned it. It's never the wrong time to buy Amazon, right?
I heard that somewhere.
And when in doubt, what should you buy?
When in doubt, buy Amazon.
Correct.
Right.
Right. When
I
in
guess
doubt.
never in doubt.
I've had my doubts, so I buy Amazon.
Gotcha.
What does
we
the
have,
peanut gallery want to see? GTHX?
no, they want to see
I want to
SI.
look at GTHX.
All right, and then SIRI. We have a request from Clarence.
I'll do that next.
Okay.
GTX. GTHX. This has had a very, very, very nice run. New highs today with a pullback halfway. I think this runner will continue to run. I know it's biotech. I don't know what the heck they're in, but the chart is impressive and the chart is compelling. So this one, just buy the dips and keep buying them. So a dip down to the $22 level would be very attractive place. Right where it is now is probably okay, and you average in. So I'm talking to myself because I don't have a position in this yet. So I think I'm going to have one very shortly as I plan on adding. Not plan on adding, I plan on opening a position.
Entering.
Yeah, entering.
Yeah, I gave myself an entry spot that was way lower than this, so I never got in.
We talked about IPV once, right?
IPV?
It's a SPAC for a Lidar company. You know, the sensors for the autonomous vehicles.
Oh, okay. You know,
It competes with.
We talked about.
It competes with Luminar.
Right, that's the one we've been talking about. We got in just recently on that one.
Yes.
Because
IPV.
Alex liked that one too.
You're right at a key level of support here. It looks like a very nice place to enter for a swing trade. Of course, it's in danger of going down to the 50, but so what?
Right.
It's a weak market.
Even if you use that as your entry point.
The thing with these LiDAR plays is we may be 5 years away before they can get meaningful sales.
So then is it worth buying the SPAC or just waiting for the underlying?
Here's the key support level. 1445 is very key. So you're not far away from that. I like it. I like it now. I like it better at 1455, but I like it right now. And I like it for a swing trade back up to this high of 1665. So you buy at 1455, you sell at 1640, something like that. Nice swing trade setup for this one. As I think it will hold support at 1442. In fact, I think the entry point would probably be 1455. Nice entry point, or maybe the low of the day here, 1463. Very close to a strong buy right now. We're talking about pennies.
Yeah, Leo wants to know whether or not this one's better than Luminar or whether or not Luminar is better.
I like Luminar. I like this one. I like the one Alex gave us. I forget the symbol.
LPDX, something like that.
Something Dine. What was the name of it again? I could look in my phone and pull it out. I think.
Because we were pretty bullish on that. So
I charted it the other day. If Alex were here, he would talk on it.
Right, of course. Like I said, I don't have my notes handy, so I can't tell you.
Let me take a quick look. I think.
Okay.
think I know the name of it. Well, we know Luminar is LZAR. I like that one a lot. Linda picked Alex's play.
It was Validine.
Validine, that's it.
Yes,
Symbol VLDR.
that's right.
Let's see how that chart looks
Yeah, let's
compared
take a
to
look.
IP.
I actually went in. I actually went in because both you and Alex seem to be into it.
What is it again? I forgot already.
VLDR.
VLDR. Let's see if it's holding up better than IPV. Not really. Down 6.5%.
But it's taking a hit today. Look at that.
Right at support, the same way. Right at support.
Right.
Strong buy on this one.
Maybe when it gets back.
Strong buy. I like all of these stocks that are right at support.
Right. So assuming Monday isn't a bloodbath, we might get bounces off of these supports.
Yeah. I mean, these look like bargain prices. Bargain prices everywhere because of the sell-off that we've had. And hopefully it's been overdone, the sell-off. As the Fed continues to pump money in, the Fed has the turned is cranking the money supply as we speak.
Yeah, somebody's just putting it in their pocket.
Oh man, this is such a beautiful entry point, isn't it? I think it's a beautiful entry point. Alex, we miss you today, Alex.
Yeah, right.
Alex would be touting the virtues of this one.
Yeah, well,
at $21 a share.
Ready to go.
So what's the story? I got to buy everything I mentioned. I have to watch the show again to remember all the symbols.
The last one we wanted to do was for Clarence, SIRI.
SIRI?
Yes. And then we could be done for the day. Thanks, Leo.
I don't like the fact that the company overcharges me and then I got to make a phone call every year and bargain with them.
Yes, that is a pain in the butt.
It's annoying. What a crazy move. It must have been one of those heavily shorted plays.
Kill the shorts play.
Yeah. I mean, it made a huge move up only to give it all back.
He said, Clarence says the earnings report is on Tuesday for this guy.
This is a who requested this? Clarence?
Yes.
Clarence, you tell me what to do with this one. I have no idea. No idea.
I mean, it's right at it. It's also at another buy point.
I wouldn't know it. Buy, sell, or hold. I have no idea. So I'm neutral on this one. Got me.
Because the 9 days creeping above the 50. You're right at the middle of that big green candle. I don't know.
So we did all the important ones. ATHX, BCRX.
Yeah, so Clarence says he doesn't know. That's why he's asking you. And you don't know.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know either. So I don't know everything. This is
something.
These crazy stocks. My advice: stay away.
Don't bet the stock market. That's the advice.
No, just don't bet these crazy stocks because you're gonna get hurt.
Well, the only thing is that they're still put on every single car, no matter what. So if you're thinking that this satellite thing is over, you're wrong. I mean, because they may not make a lot of money, but they're still in every car.
I think it's over because you can plug in and to listen to anything on your phone.
Yeah, I guess.
So why pay them money?
Well, discounted.
This is another Clarence. There's another Clarence request from
Cost, that's right.
Wednesday. Cost.
This is just a nut job play. I didn't even want to touch this one.
Gee whiz! I mean, you look at this and you scratch your head and you say, "What the? You know what?" To me, I said on Wednesday, you wait for 40 and you go long. So this was Wednesday.
Right.
40, it hit 40, well, actually below 40. But if you had listened to me, you'd have probably run it up to close to 100.
Wow.
So Dr. J wasn't wrong on that one.
Yeah.
I didn't have the bottom, so you could say I was wrong. I didn't nail the bottom, but I had the right idea. Wait for the pullback and buy. Now I have no idea at this point. But on Wednesday, I did have an idea. And I wasn't wrong.
Sort of like a rubber band that snaps.
I was not wrong on Wednesday. I was actually correct. Long calls on what? On Sirius?
He has
I
long
don't know,
calls.
Clarence.
Yeah.
Kent?
That's my guess. That's
If I had an opinion, I would offer it, but I don't.
January 2022.
I don't know.
And their earnings are on Tuesday. It's probably a small move. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not into this stock game for these kinds of stocks.
The problem is you can't short them because the insanity. You don't know how long the insanity can continue. It can continue longer than your pocketbook.
Right. That's
So
the problem.
Can't.
Even the
all of these stocks, QME, KOSS, AMC, they all deserve to be shorted, but you can't. You just can't. Because again, the insanity can continue a lot longer than your pocketbook.
Well, that's why they call gamblers, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's a gambler's road.
So we did our hour. We did our penance.
Yes.
We said not to worry. Things might get better on Monday. They might not.
They might not. Clarence,
Professor Spike, are you worried? Are you worried?
I have enough VIX to not be worried.
You're not worried.
I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, you have your backup. Yeah, you have your backup.
But I could imagine. I could imagine waking up Monday morning to a bloodbath. I could easily imagine it.
Now, what about our opinions? Do you know anything about our opinions?
I know that I don't have any opinions. They're all your. Yes, our opinions are our own. Please do not construe our opinions as investment advice, because it is not. It is just our opinions. This show is purely for entertainment.
And one would be smart to do their own due diligence and check with an investment advisor.
An investment advisor or your wife, whichever is meaner.
Magnificent Dancer is agreeing with Ada Wong about Sorrento.
Oh, she thinks that's got legs. I know. Oh wait, Ada Wong wasn't on Sorrento originally. She was on that other stock.
You know what Jake would say? Jake would say, short the hell out of this one.
Yeah, he hates Serenity. I know.
Short the hell out of it.
He doesn't like Sorrento.
No.
But Ada also gave us another stock that had a weird jump recently. I don't remember what it was. I try to knock those.
Jake also says short the hell out of Ino.
Nowadays or then?
He doesn't like Dr. Kim. He doesn't like the management of Sorrento. He doesn't like the management of Ino, Inovio Pharmaceuticals. And MA disagrees with Jay.
No, he likes Sorrento. He likes is it Sorrento, right? Yeah, he likes.
Yeah. So we have two strong stock market traders, Jake and Magnificent Answer. totally disagreeing over a particular play.
Right, but
That's what makes the life go. That's what makes the world go round, right?
that's what makes the market anyway.
That's what makes the market. Sellers and the buyers.
Exactly. If everybody had the same opinion, nobody would do anything. Well, no, I don't think Ada. I don't think Jake's going to short it. He's just going to not touch it because you're right. You never know what the price itself's going to do, independent of what the reality is. So
All I know is I'm doing okay. I'm having a phenomenal start to the year, continuing the end of last year, despite the Dow selling off, despite the NASDAQ selling off, despite the IWM selling off. So I'm not complaining.
So these guys think
everybody.
Bye. This was actually a fun one. We ended on a very precarious note. Is Sorrento?
No, not at all. Not at all.
What's the market going to do on Monday? I mean, we have a whole bunch of mysteries. People are going to clamor to see us on Wednesday.
There's no way that I'm ending in a pessimistic note. I am not saying this is the collapse of the market. I don't think it is. I think it's just a temporary retreat. Maybe we'll go down another 1,000 points on the Dow, as much as that. But it'll come back to new highs yet. We're not done.
I'm not going to disagree. Now with all that Fed money parked in Congress.
We're not done probably for the rest of the year, until at least into next year. That's my thinking. Buy the pennies. Buy every penny stock you can find that has any kind of earnings. I know there aren't many, but
and if you know any good unicorns, tell me where they are.
Oh, I did buy a penny. I bought a penny the other day. I bought a Damas at a few pennies, and Jake said it's a scam stock. Get out of it. So I listened to Jake, and now it's $1.50. I did make out well on it, but Jake is not perfect. Clarence is not perfect. MA is not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect in this game.
Only Arjun.
Fosco is not perfect.
Because he's right now enjoying himself in Africa.
Ray Dalio is not perfect. Stevie Cohen is not perfect.
Right, that's true.
Nobody's perfect. We all lack perfection, except for maybe one person I can think of. You know who that is?
Joe Biden.
Linda.
Of course, Linda.
Linda is the exception. All right.
All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Adios, amigos. Ciao.